Hello and welcome to the special edition of the Buck Stops Here, coming to you from the interiors of Amethi in Uttar Pradesh. As the BJP moves to replace the Congress as the Pan-India National Party, it is here in Uttar Pradesh that the next critical battles will be fought. So as the Modi government completes 2 years in power, it is here in Rahul Gandhi's bastion that we're seeing the feisty Union Minister for Education, Smriti Irani, bring her battle. The minister, of course, has taken on the Gandhis more than once, electorally here in Amethi as well as in Parliament.
बोलो भारत माता की, भारत माता की, भारत माता की।
मैं स्मृति जुबिन ईरानी ईश्वर की शपथ लेती हूँ।
आज मैं चुनौती दे सकती हूँ, कांग्रेस द्वारा नियुक्त किया गया एक भी वाइस चांसलर आकर कहे प्रमाण के साथ कि मैंने भगवाकरण किया है, मैं राजनीति छोड़ दूं। Have you ever seen Rahul Gandhi go to one spot twice? No.
इस जांच कमेटी में एक दलित वर्ग का भी आदमी होना चाहिए।
You accuse us of intolerance, be tolerant. Hear my answer, sir. जाइए जाइए, मत सुनिए जवाब, क्योंकि आपकी इच्छा जवाब सुनने की थी ही नहीं। नियत में खोट थी आपकी, इसलिए पीठ दिखाकर जा रहे हैं आज। जो जन्म देती है उस पर तुम खून का इल्जाम लगाओ तो वो स्वाभाविक है कि टूट जाए अंदर से। I am taking it personally, sir.
आज यहाँ के सदल से मैं आभार व्यक्त करती हूँ अमेठी के एक मानस का, जो 2 साल पहले मिले थे स्मृति ईरानी से, लेकिन आज जिन्होंने दीदी बनकर मेरा स्वागत किया, मुझे आशीर्वाद दिया।
Many different adjectives have been used for my guest on the Buck Stops here today in this special edition from Amethi. She's of course been called feisty, she's been called combative, she's also been called controversial. But the one thing that both her admirers and her critics agree on is that she is irrepressible, she pulls no punches and she gives as good as she gets, if not better. I'm talking of course about Union Minister for Human Resource Development, Smriti Irani. स्मृति, हम यहाँ बैठे हुए हैं, एक चाय की दुकान है, भीड़ आपके पीछे, heaving crowds dying to get a word with you. This is Amethi, Rahul Gandhi's bastion. This is not an image that the Congress would like. मैं ये कह रही हूँ कि गांधी परिवार अगर ये तस्वीर को देखे कि इतनी भीड़ स्मृति ईरानी के आसपास हो, इर्द गिर्द हो, तो खुश नहीं होंगे।
कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे, लोगों का काम है कहना। मैं इतना ही कहूंगी कि आप जिनको भीड़ कहते हैं उनसे परस्पर मेरा संपर्क 2 साल में रहा है जी। और मैंने मंच पर भी कहा कि मैं आई स्मृति ईरानी बनकर थी, लेकिन अब सबके लिए दीदी हो गई हूँ। तो वो परिवर्तन अपने आप में, वो रिलेशनशिप अपने आप में इस बात का संकेत देता है कि हाँ, अमेठी की जनता के दिलों में प्रेम बहुत है, अमेठी की जनता का हाथ हमेशा उठता है आशीर्वाद के लिए। लेकिन उनकी सबसे बड़ी चुनौती ये थी कि जिन लोगों ने परिवार का रिश्ता बतलाते हुए यहाँ पर वोट प्राप्त किया, उन लोगों ने वो विकास नहीं किया जिसकी अपेक्षा लोग करते हैं कि अमेठी में हुई होगी। तो जैसा कि आज आपने देखा कि एक बस स्टैंड, एक शेल्टर का उद्घाटन हमने किया, तो 60 साल के एक इतिहास में अगर ये मूलभूत सेवा भी नहीं दी गई है, तो प्रश्न उठता है कि इस राजनीति का इस जनता के लिए क्या फायदा रहा। So the buck stops here on NDTV, but the bus now stops here in Amethi.
Now, Smriti, in 2014, आपने राहुल गांधी की जो विनिंग मार्जिन थी उसको बहुत सिग्निफिकेंटली डेंट किया
20 दिनों में।
हाँ, if you had more time, the result may have been
I
very
think
different.
that what is relevant here is to see that this is a Gandhi bastion,
yes,
historically and politically,
yes,
and to say that I could reduce a margin significantly of 80% in just 20 days,
from 71 to 46% was his vote
just
share.
goes
Yes.
to show that the anxiety and the anxiousness amongst people against Rahul Gandhi was evident in the vote that I got, that they wanted change, and that change was reflected in the fact that there was a belief that this girl is come and possibly she will stay. And I have, in some sense, given back to that faith that they'd shown me, because The maximum that the Bharatiya Janata Party got in this bastion for 60-70 years was only 30,000 votes. And we increased it to a margin of 3 lakh votes in just 20 days. So there was an expectation that she will stay back. There was a confidence that I could generate in people in 20 days. That was evident in the votes that they gave me. And I persistently ensured that that confidence is not broken.
That is the question I was going to ask. आज मोदी सरकार के 2 साल की एनिवर्सरी है. You have chosen to be in Amethi. You do not represent this seat in Parliament. लेकिन ऐसा लगता है कि जब आप बार-बार वापस आती हैं यहाँ पर, तो ये जो एक रिश्ता है, ये लंबा रिश्ता है, लंबा रिश्ता रहेगा और 2019 तक भी ये रिश्ता रहेगा. Will you come back to contest?
जहाँ मुझे पॉलिटिकल जवाबदारी दी गई है आज तक मेरे 15 साल के करियर में, वहाँ से कभी मेरा नाता टूटा नहीं. ये कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी अपने आप में मीडिया की दृष्टि से एक बहुत ही हाई अट्रैक्शन जोन रही है,
हाई प्रोफाइल.
और प्रोफाइल तो आप देख रहे हैं कि क्या हश्र है लोगों का यहाँ पर, लेकिन मीडिया की दृष्टि से एक अट्रैक्टिव जगह रही है. और उसको देखते हुए शायद मेरे 2 साल के काम को यहाँ पर ज्यादा प्रदर्शित किया जाता है मीडिया के माध्यम से. अथवा अगर आप देखें कि मैं जहाँ से राज्यसभा की सांसद हूँ, वहां पर भी मेरा निरंतर प्रवास रहा है, वहां पर भी मेरा लोगों से इस प्रकार का मिलना जुलना रहा है. लेकिन चूंकि वो आपके रडार पर नहीं है, इसलिए मेरा काम वहां का दिखाई नहीं.
पर मेरा सवाल ये था कि क्या 2019 में भी आप अमेठी से चुनाव लड़ेंगी?
ये निर्णय मेरे संगठन का है.
आप लड़ना चाहेंगी?
मैंने आज तक
आप लड़ना
अपनी इच्छा
चाहेंगी?
किसी भी विषय में अपने संगठन के समक्ष प्रस्तुत नहीं थी.
तो यू डोंट इवन नो वेदर यूल कंटेस्ट द इलेक्शन, लेकिन फिर भी आप बार-बार यहाँ आती हैं.
But all I know is that I made a promise that I will return, and I'm keeping that promise.
And you will keep that promise till when?
I will keep it forever. As long as I'm capable of keeping it, I will.
How do you, because we are in Amethi, सबसे पहले मैं पॉलिटिकल सवाल राहुल गांधी के बारे में पूछ रही हूँ. एक बंगाल में हमने देखा वेरी पिक्यूलियर सिचुएशन जहाँ पे एफिडेविट्स पे पार्टी के एमएलएस को बोला गया है कि आप एलिजेंस भारत से नहीं, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन से नहीं, बल्कि सोनिया गांधी और राहुल गांधी से स्वेयर करें. So you are in Rahul Gandhi's seat.
No, I think that is in itself very significant from a political perspective, because there's obviously an evident fear within the Congress organization that there will be questions that will be internally asked, that for how long will we sacrifice our political journey just because we are attached to one particular family or individual. But that is a question for the Congress party to address. But this particular bond that you speak about is reflective of two things. One, I think an introspection which is happening amongst Congress workers, that this is not functionally a very effective leadership that we have, which again is an issue for them to deal with. And secondly, it is a reflection of literally addressing your workers not as equals. Like in Bharatiya Janata Party, this is our Rai Bareli Zilla Adhyaksh. Our Amethi Zilla Adhyaksh is right here. For me, they are Uma Shankar Pandey ji is much older than I am, much senior in the Sangathan. So I would never call him by first name. Yadav ji has just received that, responsibility a month back. But for us, we are all equals here. So I think that bond is also reflective of the fact that there is a kind of a servitude which is expected in the Congress party.
Like a master-servant relationship.
Possibly,
what
but like
Himanta Biswa called it, Assam ke jo
possibly, but I think that in itself, this is not something that was generated out of, media or BJP or any other political party. This was generated from within the Congress. So the fact that there is an expectation of servitude is also visible in that bond.
Okay, I'll come back to the politics, but if you had to assess your achievement, what satisfies you the most after 2 years in your ministry, आप सबसे अपनी बड़ी achievement क्या मानेंगी और आपका सबसे बड़ा regret क्या होगा?
I think that 2-3 things that we need to possibly try to highlight, which have never come to the fore. One, fundamentally, education was never addressed down to the brass tacks, the details. We've never had a student attendance track ever in the history of our country, which I'm rolling out, which was never done before. In terms of learning outcomes, parents and children never knew what are the benchmarks that they are supposed to possibly get to. That I have rolled out. For the first time under Saransh, we have rolled out a program where you can check learning outcomes in your school, in your district, in your state, and nationally for all CBSE schools. That has happened in this government. We've had a kind of a relationship which is from a syllabus and curriculum perspective between MIT and NIT. Never heard of before in our country. Stanford has gotten into an MOU with AICTE so that engineering standards and outcomes in our country from the perspective of education can be enhanced. We've had a SAARC declaration, the first of its kind with regards to education, where SAARC nations have shown their, and Commonwealth also, where particularly in my interactions with them, they have shown that India has the capacity to lead. Could you help? That in itself is a big thing because even yesterday when I launched Bharatvani, when you look at the web and you see that Indian languages and in terms of what is available in Indian languages, only 0.5% of all the data or all the other aspects of the internet are in some way compatible to Indian languages. Yesterday, for the first time in the history of our country, we launched something called Bharatvani, which has close to 130 language glossaries, terminologies, over 10 lakh words of different languages. We are scaling it up to 250 dictionaries in this 1 year. It's launched in 22 scheduled languages. In the next year, it will be 100 languages, which means that one of the basic challenges in education is the language barrier that children face, especially from the higher education perspective. So to bridge that gap and that divide, a portal and a mobile app now has been given. We've had Microsoft, which has complemented us. I'm talking to somebody in Apple so that it becomes an efficient device for people to be economically and digitally be more empowered. So in terms of the clarion call given by the Prime Minister for Digital India, this is actually a part of the digital kranti.
And when you were launching Bharatvani, you actually said कि जब बाहर से लोग आते हैं और संस्कृत की बात करते हैं तो उनको हीरो माना जाता है और जब यहाँ बात करते हैं तो उनको सैफरन कहा जाता है.
Which is true.
Why? What does this word saffronization of education mean to you? Because it's a charge that's leveled against you again and again.
I would not even look at this charge and try to kind of shred it to pieces. For me, it is water off a duck's back. I know that this is a charge which will be levied on any education minister of the Bharatiya Janata Party. It is not a charge which is evolved only and specially to attack Smriti Irani. And I think that the amount of debates you've had on saffron education, possibly you could describe it more. For me, what is the philosophy or what is the need for education or the meaning of education? It enhances skill. It empowers you to be economically independent. It makes you understand your constitutional responsibilities and duties towards your towards your fellow citizens and your country. It gives you that ethical edge to decide between right and wrong and conduct yourself accordingly. That, if you call it saffron education, I'm happy to take that tag.
But you know, you had opposition members in parliament, people of the left saying, जब स्मृति ईरानी IIT से कहती है कि संस्कृत को आप offer करें, why not other Indian languages?
No,
why not Tamil?
But I think that they've been extremely. I mean, how do I say this as gently as I can?
No, don't be gentle. That's not your style. Since when did you start being gentle?
They've been extremely myopic in their approach because imagine the left has had quite a control over the education system in this country. Why have they never delivered on Indian languages? Why? The Congress is claimed to be so Rashtravadi. How come they have always ensured that languages get swept under the carpet and are never emboldening citizens through their mother tongue? So this is something that they need to answer for. The left, which has supported the government at the center when the Congress was in power, why is it that it never evolved an education policy in conjunction with the Congress party? That just goes to show that the left particularly is more interested in hogging headlines than actually ensuring that there is a more cohesive and a harmonious relationship between the academic fraternity to take the nation forward.
Now, you've listed some of your achievements, what gives you satisfaction. Do you have some regrets or some things that you feel कि हो सकता है मैं इसको अलग handle करती? Let me give you JNU's example. Do you think the government could have handled JNU differently?
If you want a genuine regret today, there'll be a lot of people who will be watching me, and especially from my own fraternity, from my own support base. Our regret is consistently, why would we go to the Barkha Dutt show when she demonizes all of us every day?
Why is that a regret? Okay, firstly I have a question. Firstly, I would challenge this charge of demonization, which I always have. आपने पिछले साल भी मुझे बड़ी मुश्किल से एक इंटरव्यू दिया, तब भी मैंने आपसे ये कहा that I am an individual, I am fair, I am objective.
No, I think no, it's not about. It's not about हम शायद ना समझे. I think
have
that
a right to
no,
disagree,
I
of
think
course.
that it is all about the very fact that you would presume that हम नहीं समझेंगे shows a level of arrogance that I know what I'm doing and you
No,
possibly
of
don't
course
understand.
not. Of course
I
not.
think
Not
what
about
is
arrogance,
what
it's about
I think what
democracy.
democracy is about having a very objective kind of journalism, where the journalist doesn't become a political stepney to a political organization like the Congress Party.
No, I would interject.
I didn't even say that you are that journalist. I didn't even say you are that
You
journalist.
complete your thoughts.
Democracy is about genuinely. I mean, I've witnessed it. How you demonized Narendra Modi when he was chief minister, he became prime minister, and how persistently I have never seen any kind of a balanced conversation. It has always been either Congress loaded or left loaded, which has been the possibly genetic makeup of how you or your organization possibly disseminates news. I've had one colleague at the receiving end where one of your journalists said, well, news is supposed to be subjective and not objective, which for me is very, shocking, that a journalist feels that I need to add my own interests, my own perspective, and just not deliver plain news. So if you talk about regrets, then possibly the regret is that that I would talk to a Barkha Dutt and still not have her treat my leadership fairly.
Now you've had your say.
But then remember, this is an interview about me and my visit to
I
Amethi, not Barkha
will
Dutt.
make a very brief response, only in the interest of rebuttal, which I think you're a Democrat, so you would allow that.
So this is an interview
No,
to redeem
no,
yourself from the
not
past
at all,
interview.
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. I take it on the chin just like you do. We've known each other for
Right.
20 years. You know that about me. The thing is, जो मीडिया है ना, और मेरा एग्जांपल ले लीजिए, we get गालीज from all parties.
So do I.
हर पार्टी हमें कहती है आप
But so
हमारे
do
खिलाफ
I.
हैं.
But you see,
तो
there's
आप
a,
कहते हैं हम
but
आपके
there's a
खिलाफ हैं,
difference.
बाकी सब पार्टी
But there is a difference. You know, there was a recent whole conversation about being attacked and women on social
Yes,
media.
I was going to come to you on
No,
that.
I get attacked by not only trolls,
Yes.
which is something that I kind of brush away every day. I get attacked by journalists. I get attacked by senior leadership. Not on the content of a policy, not on a particular of a program. I get attacked on the fact that I'm a woman and as to how I have come this far.
We all get attacked, and that's terrible.
hang on. But there is no 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock buck stops here on it.
Of course.
No,
when
no,
Sharad
it is-
Yadav said what he did about you, I was the first one to come out and say this is terrible.
No. And you have our kids dragged in. You have personally, Barkha, led an attack on many right-wing women online, where
Have I
a
ever
cabal of
issued a rape threat
journalists.
to somebody? Have I ever made a sexual slur about somebody?
No, I think that given that you don't have an inclination towards the female kind, possibly that is my understanding of you. You possibly will not make a sexual slur at a woman.
What I mean
But-
is that women are character assassinated, which you can't say I've ever done about any woman,
You
irrespective
have.
of political.
You have.
A character assassination.
You have. When you look at character, do you look at it only from a physical perspective?
उसमें भी तो मेरा
or
भी आपके supporters ने मेरा भी character assassinate किया, so that we can go on and on.
No, like I said, that you have to distinguish when a journalist becomes a troll, when a senior leader becomes abusive. Is the system balanced enough to then say that this senior politician should not have done it? I, from a right-wing perspective, have not seen that much.
Okay. Now-
Secondly, when in Kerala, the left chops to and hacks to death a BJP worker, I don't see an outrage everywhere. Which is you can look around, we don't see it. So from a communication perspective, there's always question mark as to why is it okay to hack to death a right-winger and there'll be no national outrage. Why is it okay for a Dalit girl to be raped and brutally murdered in a left bastion or a Congress bastion, and none of you will go there and create an outrage?
Okay, now-
But that is, I guess, a part and parcel of how our polity currently is designed. But as a political worker, that may be my angst. But as an administrator, I only deal with education. So I separate my angst between the administrator and the party worker that I am.
Now you've said a lot of different things. Let's first talk about you think I troll women of the right
I
wing.
think this interview is not about you, it's about me. So
No, but
we-
you said so many things about me that I must be able to at least
I'm sure
not
you'll
be
get
a
online.
pedophilia and be able
No,
to
no,
speak
I'm
for
sure you'll
myself.
get online and have a lot to say about it.
No, I'm sure I can speak face to face
Yes,
with you.
yeah.
And my question is not about me, because this interview is not about me.
Yes.
But when I said sexual slurs, I didn't mean that, I'm sexually interested in women or sexually interested. I meant that there is a suggestion that a woman is of loose morals. मैं किसी भी औरत की बात कर रही हूँ.
like I
Loose
said.
morals, sleeping
No,
her way
but-
to the top.
but like I said,
words like whore are used.
No, but please,
and whoever it's used
but
for is
please
terrible.
understand. I recall, and I can now publicly say this,
Yes.
that in your entire tenure as a journalist,
Yes.
there was once a severe attack on me, a sexual attack. You had a tweet done which you deleted.
Me?
In my favor, yes, I saved that tweet.
Why would I delete it?
I don't know.
What was
but
the tweet?
possibly, there was a tweet of appreciating me which you deleted.
I would never delete it. Why
I've
would
got
I
a
delete it?
screenshot
It can't
of it.
be. Why would I
I've
do
got
that?
a screenshot
Honey,
of
why
it.
would I do that?
That is the beauty of technology. But that in itself is indicative that even a person like you would not be in your cabal, be caught appreciating anybody from the right wing because it's not the good thing to do, or
Not
the right
true,
thing to
because
do.
I give you the most recent example of Mr. Yadav's attack on you,
No,
and
no,
you can check
but
the
like I
screenshot
said,
of my tweet.
No, I've checked the screenshot which I've saved, which is, then you deleted. So like I said, technology has that beautiful
Okay,
capacity to rewind and then revisit.
Before
a
this
million
interview
things.
becomes
Yes.
all about you and me
Yeah,
and
you and me.
Twitter. Let's talk about the issues you've raised.
Yeah.
You've said the right wing is given a raw deal by journalists online.
No, I'm not saying all journalists.
Oh,
I'm
by
only
by
talking
people like
about
me, by people
you
like
and
me.
NDTV.
अच्छा,
Yes.
only us. और कोई पूरे
Yes.
देश में और कोई नहीं है.
नहीं, इतना vicious while कोई नहीं.
So
हाँ.
let's park that debate for another time before the whole interview becomes about that.
Yeah.
Because we could go on and on. But recently, you had a kind of altercation with a Congress spokesperson, right? It was everyone saw that.
I didn't have an altercation.
You
In
actually-
fact, I gave her a new lease of political life.
By doing what? By having an
By
argument with her.
acknowledging. Yes, I have had many senior journalists tell me that this was a career which was sliding and why did you give her a lease of life? So I said I'm happy that I could contribute effectively to somebody's political rise in the Congress.
Well, some would say you're contributing to Rahul Gandhi's demise, so you're compensating. But this particular
But
issue,
I'm
this
glad
issue.
that I could compensate and actually help a woman rise.
But on the issue, she was talking about a rape threat that she received on
I
Twitter.
think
The
that,
charge against
I
you
think
was that you were
that-
insensitive.
No, I was not at all insensitive. I'm very clear. Irrespective of your ideology, you please inform the police and the authorities so that you get adequate protection and a particular process of law is rolled out. But don't use people like me for your political cause. Smriti Irani has Z security. Do I have Z security? I don't. But why always use me? I mean, why always? They were senior journalists. अरे स्मृति ईरानी के 2 बच्चे हैं, दोनों के दोनों अमेरिका में पढ़ रहे हैं. For heaven's sake, they're in a Delhi school, not even a fancy school like Sanskriti. They're in a very, very normal, medium and middle class school. But why make my children the object? There was one tweet, अरे इतनी अनपढ़ औरत की बेटी कराटे का वर्ल्ड चैंपियनशिप कैसे जीत सकती है? I didn't see any outrage. When you drag my kids in, I don't see anybody becoming sensitive enough to say, क्यों ये कर रहे हो? When a Rashid Alvi talks, I don't see a 9 o'clock debate on it. A Sanjay Nirupam gets, a Sanjay Nirupam gets,
terrible.
a Sanjay Nirupam gets promoted. So what are you talking about?
But it's precisely because you have been at the receiving end of this
my
that
thing
I
is
would
very
expect
clear.
you
No, I have said
to
it
be
public. I have
empathetic
been
with any
very
woman who goes through
empathetic
this.
and I have been very categorical time and again.
But you've also
But-
said if you can't face the heat, get out of the kitchen.
That is my thing, my belief. If I can't face it, I will get out. I'm not prescribing the same rule to you. I have not said
I
it
am
in
the same-
context.
I am the
I have
same
not
way.
said
But
it in
a lot of
context.
women may
Hang
not
on.
be able to deal
I
with
have
that
not
level of
said it in
toxicity.
context with any other person. This is my belief. If I can't take it, I'll get out of this field. But why would you demonize me for having my own perspective now? Why should I give you an explanation about giving an interview to Economic Times now?
Of course, of
If
course.
of course, then why would you even post such a question?
My question is only this, that when you had that argument which you think gave Priyanka Chaturvedi a new lease of life, that
The very fact that you would know she exists also says a lot.
That-
na?
that-
Otherwise, Barkha Dutt, how many BJP state spokespersons do you know?
I know many because I've been a journalist
Yeah.
for very long. I'm a
But,
buddhi.
okay,
But that's
So tell me one name from Mizoram.
No, I may not know Mizoram.
Achha,
well.
tell me one name from Odisha.
Okay, so let's say you got pre-acquainted with Priyanka Chaturvedi.
No, I'm not saying that.
Yeah,
I'm
chalo.
just saying that I'm just proving my point.
Okay, my question is something different. I'm just asking you that as someone who has experienced
Yes, but I was
great
very,
degree
I
of
was
personal
very,
toxicity,
I was
could
very,
you
very
have shown
clear.
more empathy?
I have shown empathy. That please go inform the cops. But to say, अरे स्मृति ईरानी तुम्हारे पास कितने Z security के guards हैं? What is that?
You're here without any security.
I've always been around without security.
How
I've
do
always
you
met
deal
me
with your
without
attacks?
security.
Okay, talk about yourself.
I don't.
No,
Like
you are argumentative. You argue with everybody. There are people who tell you,
why would,
minister
but
hai
why
aap,
would,
ab mat kariye.
No, but why would you presume that just because I've become minister means that I have sacrificed at
This
the
is not
altar
me.
of the
I'm saying people say this.
Yeah, so if I become a minister, that means at the altar of constitution I sacrifice my individual rights to express myself. I don't understand that.
But you do know that people do say to you, and maybe people in your own party sometimes say it to
No,
you.
never.
No?
No.
But you get to hear this, Smriti, now you're a
No, I
minister.
only hear it from journalists who are the receiving end.
Who say, why do you argue with journalists? Who say, why do you argue with
Why do you
journalists?
argue with anybody, you know? It's not your stature. Though it's up to our stature to attack you and say whatever the hell we want.
Acha, tell me something. You said, you by...
I have to leave.
No, just
Ah.
five 10 minutes, because I want to come back to your ministry. You said we demonize Mr. Modi, but there was a time...
You do.
But there was a time when you
How many
had...
programs have you had when congressman literally abused his mother? Tell me.
I do not
Even you-
agree
no,
with
no,
those
no,
politics.
But how many buck stops here did you have? And he was even chief minister.
Why
I
don't
remember
you see the
2000.
program we've done on the Congress?
Arey Baba,
Again, this issue is becoming about you
2012.
and me.
No, 2012 assembly election. I remember distinctly camps being put up, tamboos being put up, and literally abusing his mother. I saw no
Not
outrage.
any of us.
No, the Congress. Why was there no national
There's
outrage?
outrage for these issues.
No, there isn't.
But
Where was your buck stops here on that?
But okay, now since this interview is not about me, and I'm very happy to have a complete 1 hour debate on my journalism at another point, but I try and take you back to something very interesting you once said to me. You said, I am a living example of the Prime Minister's tolerance.
Yes.
Right? Because you in the past
Yes.
were critical of Mr. Modi.
Once, yes.
Once,
Yes.
before, and then you met him and you changed your mind, but you even wanted him to resign. Tell us what happened? How did you go from being that critical
that I had
person?
made one statement.
Gee, but you
Instead of
you wanted him to resign
no,
at that
I
time.
had made one statement. At that time, I was just a young kid in a Yuva Morcha. Narendra Modi was the chief minister of Gujarat. Given how politicians behave, he could have very well told the organization that this upstart of a girl has said something, kindly have her sacked. Or kindly put her in some place where she never politically rises. He didn't do any of that. He sat down with me and he said, tell me. And there was no need for him to have a conversation with me. And I remember even Atal Bihari Vajpayee, when he was Prime Minister, I was like 26, 27 years old. If I had an issue with regards to any area of development where I had a query, even at that time as Prime Minister, he would sit down and say, Smriti, let's say if I would talk about subsidy for gas, I remember consistently having a conversation with him at the age of 26, 27 about how that subsidy goes to where and who are the people who are responsible for the leakages and how do you plug. There was no need for him to have that conversation. Similarly, I had a Narendra Modi who was a star of the BJP, politically a chief minister who had unanimously received the blessings of the people of the state of Gujarat. He could have brushed me aside, he didn't. He sat down with me, he said, tell me how you reached a conclusion. I said, I read a lot. He said, don't judge me by editorial. And in hindsight, Barkha, I know today exactly how he feels. Because he said, don't judge me by editorials that you see. And I saw a lot of NDTV, by the way. So he said that you ensure that you see me by the programs that I roll out, see the effectiveness, or possibly if there is a gap, tell me what the gap in that program is. Help me work so that I can deliver on the promise of development. For me, the respect for that gentleman, overnight grew because this was a gentleman who had no need to sit and have that chat with me. Who had no need, but would you believe he would not even ask for an apology? A person that I had publicly attacked didn't even say that, would you apologize? No. He says, I am not looking at apologies, explanations. Priti, if you can apply yourself to any one program and help me make it a success, that is something that you should do for the party.
Tell us about
How many politicians do you know who would do that? Not many. In fact, none that I know now.
So when an Arun Shori, who was once such an admirer and was a part of the previous
I think
NDA
Arun
government,
Jaitley ji has said very well. There are many unfulfilled ambitions that then convert into a little bit of bitterness, which then spills over to some exclusive interview by those who want to bash Modi.
tell us about Mr. Modi's working style. Can you ever disagree with him? Or
You can always.
can you openly ever
to
sort of
agree
challenge
or
him on his
disagree,
opinion?
to agree or disagree, he would not even take your agreement with a pinch of salt. He would ask you, why would you agree with it? and you have to explain your stand.
So give us a
Then
sense
and
of the kind of
particular-
questions he'd ask you on your ministry.
If I would tell you how the inner workings of the cabinet are, I would actually be undermining the oath of secrecy.
No, I don't mean that. I mean, give us a sense of the PM's approach.
I will only tell you this. At least in BJP, nobody is cooking up bonds of servitude.
On your speech in Parliament, on the tragic suicide of Rohit, that was seen to be one of your most masterful performances as a politician,
But
as
it
an
was not a
orator.
performance.
What happened? What led to that moment?
I saw Jyotiraditya Scindia was giving his speech. Though he had his arms open and talking like that, nobody called him melodramatic. And then I saw Mr. Gandhi sitting there and smiling. And I think as a human being, something in me snapped.
Why did that smile offend you?
Because we were talking about a dead child. And I still call him a child because he is a child to his mother. And for me, there has to be a maryada as a human being that we don't cross as politicians. That was my belief. That irrespective of what political opportunity it presents for you, you can't sit there and gaggle and possibly giggle that you have had this one opportunity to show Smriti Irani her place, or for that matter, get the government in a corner. We can discuss issues sitting across the table or screaming across the halls at each other. But we cannot, at least for me individually, I do not see any citizen of my country as a political pawn. And that smile indicated that for him, this student was nothing but a political pawn.
How long did you prepare for that intervention?
I had not prepared at all.
At all?
At all.
At all?
No. I had just heard everybody. And I never prepare a speech. But that day I was not prepared at all.
And later the opposition accused you of falsifying some facts. They
I
said
put-
medical help
they
was
said-
brought to
no,
Rohit,
they said
unlike
that
what you said.
Whatever she said, can she back it with evidence?
Yes.
And present it to both Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha?
Yes.
If there was anything lacking in that evidence, a privilege would have moved against me. I presented the evidence both to Lok Sabha Secretariat and Rajya Sabha Secretariat. Until now, no privilege has been moved because everything I said is backed by documentary evidence.
But you remember it was said that medical help was brought to Rohit and you had said
like I
positive.
said, every word that came out of my mouth.
So you
was
stand by
back-
every word.
It was backed by documentary evidence. Documentary evidence which was then studied by not only those in government but also those in opposition. And not a single privilege motion was moved against me because everything I said was evident in some form or the other through authorities not in the control of the BJP but actually the state which doesn't belong to BJP politically.
Smriti, your ministry actually did some very interesting university rankings in which both Hyderabad Central University and JNU did very well. If I remember, they were number 3 and number 4. Do you look back and feel that either of these could have been handled differently? JNU in particular, you had a very good line. You said
I handle only academics.
not the law and order.
No, I don't. You know that.
So you're
right?
not commenting on how the Delhi police
No,
reacted
for me
to
to
JNU.
say that Delhi police should first seek your permission and go and act accordingly, or anybody else's permission, would be a bit foolhardy. The police is left to do its own action and then prove it in a court of law. But the very fact that in a bail argument, the judge also expressed a certain amount of anguish needs to tell you something. That this is not about only Smriti Irani's idea of nationalism. This is also about a judge who is looking at evidence presented before them before making some kind of a pronouncement.
Okay, one word that's often used to attack you, and I know it hurts you, but you fought it back, is unpad. I remember
It
you.
doesn't hurt me.
What does it make you feel?
Nothing.
Nothing. Because people say, okay, what are her qualifications? They challenge you on your degree, that matters in court.
That's fine.
What would you say to an Arvind Kejriwal who first tried to drag the Prime Minister through this controversy and now
He's
has
too
the
big a
same
man
charge?
now. How will I say anything about it?
You're being ironic. What would you say on this degree issue that is sometimes brought to your door again and again to
Nothing.
question your qualifications for the
Nothing.
job?
If education does not imbibe in you an empathy and a respect for a fellow human being, then I guess you're not that educated, are you?
Are you concerned about the issue ongoing in court with relation to your
No.
degree?
Have you ever seen me flinch?
No, I haven't. I haven't. And that's what is so interesting about you. But I want to delve and probe a little deeper into what you would say to an Aam Aadmi party that has made the degrees of both the Prime Minister and the HRD Ministers an issue. That expression is your answer. You had a very good line. You said, I do not certify your patriotism, but you will not certify mine. On this debate around Bharat Mata Ki Jai, how do you see this entire issue?
Let me ask people around. मैडम ये पूछ रही हैं भारत माता की जय बोलना चाहिए?
नहीं, मैंने ये नहीं पूछा.
सवाल ये है. हिंदी में एक सेकंड रुको भैया.
अरे मेरा सवाल सुन.
अरे सुना एक सेकंड भैया.
मैंने कहा एक विवाद, अब मैम को जवाब दे दीजिए, आप चलाइए मत. एक विवाद चल रहा है कि जबरदस्ती, जैसे कुछ असद ओवैसी एमपी है, आपके सहयोगी है पार्लियामेंट में, उन्होंने कहा
सहयोगी नहीं है वो.
अरे पोलिटिकल कॉलीग, पार्लियामेंट्री कॉलीग,
वो पार्लियामेंटेरियन है.
अरे अच्छा, ओके, योर फेलो पॉलिटिशियन,
माय फेलो पॉलिटिशियन,
योर ओके
पार्लियामेंटेरियन,
मिस्टर ओवैसी अ पार्लियामेंटेरियन has raised this issue कि जबरदस्ती नहीं होनी चाहिए. somebody में से जय हिंद, somebody में से भारत माता की जय. आप
let me ask people around. जो अभी सब शांति से सुन लो.
हाँ, चिल्लाना मत.
चिल्लाना. जिन लोगों ने अभी भारत माता की जय बोला, अब ये सब तो बीजेपी के कार्यकर्ता नहीं है. तुमको जबरदस्ती बोला है क्या?
नहीं सर, नहीं.
आप कौन बोलिए? जबरदस्ती बोला है क्या? अरे बाप रे. ओके. अरे एक सेकेंड. आई थिंक द इशू इज
बात तो सुन लीजिए.
अरे एक सेकेंड. द इशू इज दैट
भैया
एक सेकेंड भैया. The issue is that a gentleman from behind who is not a part of BJP who at this tea stall says, अरे मैं हिंदुस्तानी हूँ, मैं नहीं बोलूंगा भारत माता की जय तो और कौन बोलेगा? That in itself rests the debate. The fact that every Indian takes pride in saying it, for me that is a matter of solace, nothing else.
But you yourself said, I'm not here to certify anyone's patriotism.
Yeah, so I'm not here to
certify.
certify anybody else's patriotism. And nobody, irrespective of what kind of parliamentarian, can tell me that I possibly am a saffron demon for saying Bharat Mata Ki Jai. So for me, it's very clear. These are people who are not. In fact, this is the Gandhi Bastion.
While we're about talking about the Gandhi Bastion, last two questions, I promise you. On the Gandhi Bastion, there is a charge that in Rajasthan textbooks have made reduced Jawaharlal Nehru to a footnote.
No, hang on. The very way that you put your question. The very way that you put your question means...
I mean, the Gandhi Bastion reminded me of the issue. Yes.
But the framing of the question basically indicates that somewhere upon the soul of this nation is this necessity thrust that till such time you would not speak about a family in your textbooks. No, hang on.
Family, but Nehru was one of our freedom fight. We don't have to speak about Rajiv Gandhi and...
But you just said Gandhi Bastion and particular name. So it is thrust upon the academic soul of this country that till you have not these many pages dedicated to them, you know, you are not secular enough. Now, everybody understands that constitutionally Rajasthan or Maharashtra or Odisha or Sikkim is independent to formulate its own curriculum as long as it falls within the realm of the national education policy. More than that, as the government of India, I have nothing to say.
But as a parent, children are school going.
As a parent, there's a CBSE book.
Would you not want
There
to
was a
know
CBSE
about
book which says that Rahul Gandhi is a charismatic leader. Do you think as a parent I would want my
I'm talking
child...
about the freedom struggle.
No,
I'm not talking about Rahul Gandhi.
But it's there in the book.
So what is your issue? Should Nehru be reduced to a
but my
footnote?
issue is only this, that when you talk to me as a parent, my kid is reading in a book that Tilak is an extremist, but Rahul Gandhi is a charismatic leader. I mean...
So what do you think about the Nehru references re-altered in some of the books?
I think the evidence with regards to the legacy is right here in Amethi. And in terms of textbooks, that is the work of independent agencies which are academically autonomous to take.
Should an Akbar Road be renamed like a General V.K. Singh or a Subramaniam Swamy suggests?
I'm of the opinion that those individuals can be interviewed separately by Barkha, that is if they give you the interview. But as far as I am concerned, what is the true legacy of that family is evident in Amethi today, where people are still crying out for Bigli Sadak Pani, where even a bus shelter is built by Smriti Irani.
You said that you came here as Smriti Irani. I just heard your speech, and you're going. You are now Didi to the people here.
That's what they call me.
So, are you going to be? Are we going to see you as the chief ministerial candidate? आपने लोगों से पूछा, मैं भी लोगों से पूछती हूँ. क्या आपको?
चलिए इंटरव्यू I think one has.
क्या ये मुख्यमंत्री कैंडिडेट बन के आएंगे 2019 में? What do you think?
This is not an issue.
Okay, what do you think?
Which is to be taken up.
बोले थे,
This is not, please understand, mine is a cadre-based party, but
Yes.
ultimately it is my party president and my leadership that takes the decision. This is, go to anybody's bastion, they'll start talking about their leaders.
Okay.
That is not how the Bharatiya
Okay,
Janata Party
okay,
works.
okay.
Whatever my party president decides, my senior leadership decides, that is what will happen not only in UP but also the rest of the country.
Okay.
So don't think that there'll be sycophants around who'll start screaming my name and
Would
all
you
her
be
away.
interested in moving to state
I'm
politics
only
in this
interested
state?
to now go to my next program. Thank you so
Okay,
much for the interview.
apart from the regret of talking to Bharti, any other unfulfilled ambitions that you want to complete?
None.
Thank you so much, Smriti, for talking to us.
Thank you.